Here we go. What is happening, wrestling fans and podcast fans alike? You are here with me, Chuck Mambo, in the Wrestling Corner with your delightful hosts, Jose and Kate. All right.
Hello and welcome.
What's up?
Okay. So it's a pleasure to have you with us. We had a few implications beforehand, but we're fine now.
All righty. Yeah, well, thank you for accommodating my complete lack of technical ability.
And mine too. Okay. So we'll start the interview off by asking where you grew up.
Oh, so I grew up in a small town in Gloucestershire called Wootton Under Edge.
Okay.
Pretty nice, a lot of fields. Not a lot else really. But not a bad place. Pretty chilled out.
Okay. All right. How long have you been training to become a wrestler, or how long have you been in wrestling in general?
Okay. So Oh, am I still here? Oh, I turned the video off. Hey, sorry. I think someone called me there. Well, I trained for a few years actually when I was a teenager. I don't know how many, probably 2 or 3, with a cool school called Pro Evo down in Gloucester. But I just wasn't very good. Didn't really have the focus. So I guess that's like 2 years. And then in 2013, I started at Progress. It's 2020 now. So I guess that's like 7 or 8 years. I think I've been doing that.
Okay.
I kind of count it from when I did my first match at Progress because I was a little bit more focused that time around. So I guess that would be in September. That'll be 7 years.
Wow.
Or would it be 8 years? I feel like it's 8, but it must be 7.
7 or 8 years.
7 and some change.
So, we're going slightly off topic here, Jose, so just bear with.
Yeah.
Progress happens to be one of my favourite UK independent
Sure.
missions. So I have just started getting into Progress not too long ago.
Uh-huh.
I think I went to chapter 101, and I think...
Oh, nice. That's cool. How did you find it?
Yeah, it was quite good. It's definitely an atmosphere. That was my first proper wrestling event that I've been to, so it was definitely good. And I met Paul Robinson, which was...
Oh, yeah. What a scary man.
Yeah, he's scary, but he's very nice. Okay, alright.
Sorry that I have to keep holding my phone up to my ear so you're just seeing the ceiling.
That's fine.
What are your main aims and aspirations, either in the ring or outside of the ring?
Oh, that's a cool question. Well, for the last couple of years, really, the main goal, because originally I really wanted to wrestle for WWE, and that would still be awesome. But really, the main goal is just to be able to sort of have fun and make like a good living out of wrestling. Which just before lockdown, I feel like it was kind of working out. Yeah, so it was pretty nice. And me and TK, my tag partner for ETM, we say we'd love to wrestle the Lucha Brothers. And the Young Bucks, obviously. I mean, you gotta aim to the pearly high. And then I'd like to wrestle in Japan. I'd like to wrestle in Mexico. Yeah, basically just to keep having fun and try and make a decent living out of it, really. And then in real life, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, that was a bit of a weird answer from me. I just kind of stopped there.
Are there any future potential people that you would want to wrestle or call out?
Oh, call out. Let me think. You know who I'd absolutely love to wrestle? I'd love to wrestle Sue Young.
Oh, okay.
She's so great. And she was against Jean Money and then Cara Noir at Riptide. And just both nights were so amazing. She's the best. So good. And another person I'd love to wrestle, I think I've been in like scrambles with him, but never a singles. Is Dan Maloney? I feel like that would be a heck of a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe The Rock.
Not that.
I'm aiming high today.
Well, you mentioned Su Young, so would you want to face her alter ego, Susie? Or would you rather face the demon assassin?
Oh, okay.
I'll go Demon Assassin.
Okay.
So you want that mandible claw?
So who was it? Who or what was it that first inspired you to kind of say, okay, a wrestler is what I want to be. That's what I want to do.
Oh, yeah, cool. Good question. Well, I guess the first thing that got me into wrestling was my friend Dan knocked on the door. I guess I was like 4 or 5 or something, and then he showed me these 2 wrestlers. It was like Owen Hart and crap, who was the other one? The Rock. Owen Hart and The Rock. And I was like, oh, what are these? And he was like, they're wrestling figures. I was like, what's a wrestler? And then before you know it, everyone's watching wrestling and stuff, and all my big brother and all his friends were talking about watching The Rock versus Stone Cold. I think the one before WrestleMania 17. But anyway, like everyone was all like, they loved Stone Cold, but I loved The Rock. And I didn't really know why I liked The Rock because I hadn't watched it yet. But and then I got an old videotape of WrestleMania 9 from a car boot sale. And I became a big Hulkamaniac.
That's where it all begins.
It's where it all begins. And then, I don't know, there wasn't really like a crystallizing point where I was like, wow, I'm going to be a wrestler. I just kind of always wanted to be, and then found a school, and then just took it one step at a time from there, really. Yeah.
Okay. Right, I'll take it over to you.
So then the next questions are like, when you're not in the ring, what do you like to do? Like on your free time?
Oh, cool. What do I like to do? Been getting into nature a lot more lately. Joined it's called a green gym. I don't know if they have them where you guys are, but it's like you just meet up and do some conservation stuff, and it's supposed to be real good for everybody's mental health and physical health. So that's nice. It's normally, I think, like slightly older folks doing it, but I don't know, it's all nice. What else? I don't do it half as much as I'd like to, but I loved, I really love just going to the sea, like just paddling or swimming or surfing or snorkeling. That stuff's all good. What else? What else? You know what I wanted to be good at was basketball, because we watched that The Last Dance documentary on Netflix. And me and TK and Moser went to find a court, and we missed like 97 out of 100 shots. And there was all these other really good basketballers. And stuff. So it was pretty embarrassing.
Well, at least you tried.
Yeah, you know, gave it a shot. I mean, we might go back. How about you guys? What do you like to do?
Well, right now, like, since we can't do anything, I just stay home.
Nice, good call.
For me, it's either swimming or, well, watching wrestling is my escape. Like, if I'm having a bad mental health day, wrestling is the escape for me.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, wrestling, like, solves everything.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Nice.
Then the next one is, if you could pick any stipulation, what would it be, and who would you want to face?
Oh, that's cool. Would it be a TLC or a cage match? Maybe a cage match, because wouldn't that be the coolest? I think every wrestler would want to do a cage match, and then have the chance to escape the cage, but still just jump off the cage. And who against? Maybe it's Stone Cold. I mean, is this like a best case scenario? Time hasn't affected things. I can just wrestle anyone.
Yeah, like just a fantasy. Like
yeah, probably Stone Cold. And then afterwards, because I'd win, obviously, and then I'd toast a beer with him for some reason. I'd still trust him, and then he'd stun me, and I'd go, kind of go crazy.
Yeah.
Or Bull Nakano. I didn't really know Bull Nakano, much to my shame, until I did one of Mandrews's. Have you seen he puts like quizzes on YouTube whilst lockdown was on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did one of those, and Bull Nakano was in there, and I was like, oh, I should watch Bull Nakano. And she's like awesome. She's so cool. So her or Stone Cold, I think. Yeah.
Definitely.
Or Scotty Too Hotty. I love Scotty Too Hotty.
Do you remember when he used to do the worms?
Yeah, that was the best.
Then, what advice would you want to give someone like that wants to be an upcoming wrestler?
Enjoy it and have fun, because I mean, obviously you do need to take it seriously and stuff. I'm just gonna put a light on there. Hey, you need to take it seriously and give it your best, but don't forget that it's it's supposed to be fun. Work hard on your fitness and stuff, because that will help a lot. And I think the main thing would just be to have fun, like enjoy it with all the people that are in your sort of training class and stuff as well, because as you go on, like it's just like a really fun thing to bond over and things. So just be open and enjoy it, and remember all the stuff that made you love wrestling, and try and put that into what you do, I guess.
Yeah, it's like what they say, it's not ballet.
Sometimes I think that might be, a little bit sick, because ballet people go through hell, from what I can tell, and they're strong as possible. So I don't know.
But so does
Maybe
wrestlers.
It's not as tough as ballet. But as you say, be prepared to have a couple of ice packs and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I've looked into. I do want to do it, but I'm just not too sure.
Oh, cool. Well, think about it. There's a lot of good things you can do to get prepared for it, like just practicing movements like rolls and push-ups and burpees and things, get your conditioning good, things like that. And if you decide it's for you, it's a big commitment though. I think it's good to be sure that it's what you want to do. But I mean, maybe give it a try. What do I know?
Then, who has been your favorite person to work with in the ring?
Ooh, I gotta say it was a heck of a good time with Zack Sabre Jr. At, where was it? Super Strong Style with Progress. That was real fun, and he was like, he really helped me a lot in that match, so that was cool. Always love being in the ring with Eddie Dennis or TK or Spike. Like, I feel like we've all got real good chemistry together, so that's really fun. One time I got to do a weapons match at Attack with Ricky Shane Page, and I think I'd never really done like a proper weapons match before, and he was just like really cool, kind of like walked me through it baby steps, but it was such a fun match. Oh, and you know who else? Chris Brooks is the man. I'll forever be grateful to him, because he really like brought a lot of fire out in me, which I guess I hadn't really learned to do at that point in my career. So that's been a joy. I'd say Pastor William Eva too. Actually, we've had some fun ones on like some smaller stages, but that was always cool. I'm whenever this happens, I always end up kicking myself, because in like 3 hours from now, I'll be like, oh no, I forgot to mention, because there's so many great people. It's a very lucky time to be a pro wrestler, I think.
Yeah.
Then the last question is, how fun was it to do the social isolation matches?
I watched these on YouTube. Brilliant.
Why, thank you. I'm sorry, I missed it. I think Skype might have cut. What was the
Oh,
question? Sorry.
how fun was it to do the social isolation matches?
Do you know, it was really fun. I was in a rush to do it before someone else did because I thought it was like a really obvious idea. But then me and TK had like a phone call and like then, yeah, he's just got such a funny mind. Like he came up with the whole bubble. I think I came up with the bubble idea, but then he came up with the idea of like having bubbles when there was no reason that there would be bubbles and stuff. We were just laughing so much. We were like, oh yeah, we have to do this. But I'm locked down at my girlfriend's, and it's like a sixth floor flat. So like running wrestling spots really annoys the neighbors downstairs. So it was fun, but it was kind of, I don't know, a little bit tense as well. But it was really nice seeing people enjoyed it. That was cool. And yeah, no, it was a blast. And I was glad I didn't get any blood on my gear because that would have been a shame.
And you have to do the laundry for it.
Yeah.
I feel like the one with Eddie Dennis was quite funny as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one too. There was supposed to be a third one, but it ended up being a little bit that just didn't ever end up happening. But hey, maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Hopefully there won't be any need to because we'll have a vaccine and all will be well. But possibly we'll have to lock down again. We'll see if it returns.
Trying to think of other questions tags.
For Progress, what has been one of your favourite matches in Progress?
In Progress. Ooh. Do you know? But I mean, the Zack Sabre one was definitely up there. But also on that Super Strong Style, there was like it was the Wasteman Challenge, and it was just tons and tons of fun. And Chris Hero was in there, so I was marking out pretty hard, and it was just really good fun to put it all together and stuff. And also, what the heck was the match? I've lost my train of thought. Sorry.
It happens.
But it was real fun as well when we did the Rumble at Wembley because it was cool. Just me and what was it like? Me, TK, Spike, and Ridgeway were the final four, I think. So that was really fun. Just getting to like it was pretty surreal. Just getting to be in there with your pals in front of like 5,000 people or whatever it was. So that was really nice. There's been a ton of fun ones with Progress, really. I had a really fun one with Eddie Dennis at the Dome. That was nice. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's some of the standouts for me. Yeah.
What about Riptide?
I love Riptide. Oh, what were some of my favorite matches?
Yeah.
Do you know, I had so much fun wrestling Jordan Breaks because he's like this old school throwback. He's like so good at all this tech stuff, and it's like quite light-hearted and fun. And I've gotten to a point where when I'm there, I'm normally like fighting for the championship and everything. So like it's always pretty intense. And then on this show, I just got to kind of have fun and do some kind of old British tech stuff. And like I was kind of the butt of all the jokes because he's so smart at wrestling and I'm not. So that was a definite highlight for me. And I think I got to wrestle Zach Gibson there as well, which I'd been waiting for donkey's years because he'd been like one of my like real people I really wanted to wrestle. So that was really cool. Then me and TK's matches there are real special to me because they were super fun and I was like really psyched with how they went. And that's also where I had the one with Chris Brooks where he brought out the fire. So you know, that was a good time.
So you mentioned that one of your goals would be heading to WWE, is there anybody you would want to call out from NXT or NXT UK?
Oh,
Who I'd most like to wrestle?
Yeah, like who would you want to call out from NXT or NXT UK?
Oh, I see. Oh, well. I mean, who wouldn't want to wrestle Finn Balor? That would be pretty great. Or I actually never got a chance to wrestle Pete Dunne. You know, we did like I think it was a 6-man tag at one of the Attack Missile tours. But God, I bet it would be a joy to wrestle him. So I guess maybe one of those. Yeah, I think they'd be the top of the list, really.
Would you want to face Walter?
Walter. Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, one time backstage at like, it was either Attack or it might have been Anarchy Pro or something. He said he'd like to wrestle me because I'm ripped and I take a good pounding.
Well, the thing you have to be careful with him is his chop.
Hey,
You have to be careful with his chop that he does too.
well, it sounds that way. But I think it would be fun. I'd love to do that actually. Yeah. Oh, hey, you know who else would be great to wrestle? Trent Seven. I've wrestled him in like a couple of multi-mans, but I'd love to wrestle him in a singles.
okay.
Then backing off with Trent Seven, how about Tyler Bate?
Yeah, man. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that would be great. Tyler's the man. Tyler's freaky strong, hey?
Big strong boy.
All right.
Who would you guys most like to wrestle?
Oh, that is such a hard question. If I ever could, I would try to wrestle Pete Dunne.
Oh, good call. Yeah, nice.
For me, I would say probably along the lines, probably Johnny Gargano or Tyler Bate.
Oh, yeah, cool, man.
For females, I'd like to wrestle Dakota.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, I ultimately know that if I wrestled Pete Dunne, I would get my butt handed to me.
Maybe. He's a pretty tough dude. You might get a couple of shots in.
Yeah.
It only takes 3 seconds, you know, to win.
Then you mentioned also like that you would want to face Sue Young. Is there any other woman that you would like to face?
I'm sorry, I think the signal cut out again. I heard Sue Young.
So like you mentioned Sue Young, right?
Uh-huh.
Is there any other woman that you would like to face?
Ah, yeah, man, yeah. I think Dakota Kai is great. Dakota Kai? Am I making up words here?
No.
No.
Yeah, no, okay. Sorry, for a second I was thinking of, it sounded like an anime name. No, yeah, she'd be grand to wrestle. You know who I really wanted to wrestle was Nixon Newell.
Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox, yeah. I thought that would have been great. And Hikaru Shida, of course, that would be awesome.
That would be a good one.
Who is it? Nyla Rose. She's badass. That would be a challenge, eh? Yeah, I mean, that's some of them. Yeah. And Bull Nakano, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you also mentioned that you saw Chris Hero. Would you want to face him?
Ooh.
Yeah, dude, I would absolutely love to wrestle him. I guess he's on the Indies now as well, right?
Yeah, he's free, like to do whatever he wants.
Oh man, that would be like that would be something special, eh? I'd love that. Yeah. Ooh. But it would hurt. Pretty tasty looking elbows.
I think we have no other questions for you.
Nope.
All right, sweet. Well, thanks so much for having me on the show there.
Thanks very much for joining.
Pleasure. And thank you for accommodating me not being able to download that app thing.
No worries.
Well, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Chuck.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.